welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make fruit tarts. And it's way easier than you think. And here's what you're going to use.
Strawberries, kiwi, blueberries, bananas, and mandarin oranges, puff pastry sheets, 6 ounces of cream cheese, 6 tablespoons of orange juice, 6 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons water, 2 teaspoons cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon orange zest, a pinch of salt, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, 3 tablespoons sugar. So for our delicious fruit tart, we're using puff pastry sheets. You can find these in your freezer section of your local grocery store. They're usually with all the desserts, with the Cool Whip, with the frozen fruits and whatnot. But it's very easy to find and very versatile. So we're going to be using this today.
And over here what we've done was, it comes in a pack of 2. So we've taken out 1 pack and kept it over here, and it has defrosted on the counter for about 20-30 minutes. And so now it's easier to work with. I'm going to open it up. We can just lay it out here and also just dust it with a little bit of all-purpose flour. There you go. And just start spreading it out a little bit.
And we also have our oven preheating at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
So once you have it very well rolled out in a nice rectangular shape, the most common pan that you can use actually works out very good is the 9x13 size. So if you have one of those, make it approximately that size. But we're going to use a cookie sheet over here, and we've just lightly greased it, and we're going to transfer this on to the pan.
And once you have it situated on your pan, there's a really important step that you don't want to skip. We have a regular fork, and we're going to perforate the puff pastry with it and just make holes all over. And this will prevent the puff pastry from
Puffing.
Blooming up. Yes.
Puffing.
Amazing, huh?
So basically, flat pastry. So it's ready to go into the oven for approximately 15 minutes. Now everybody's ovens are different, so if you see it starting to get a little golden color, and you don't want it burnt, of course, so just pull it out at that time.
So while the puff pastry is baking, we have 2 other steps that we need to do. The first is our filling.
And over here we have a bowl, and we're going to put in our cream cheese in this, and it's a good thing to leave it out and let it get down to room temperature. That way it's a little easier to work with. So to this we're going to add in sugar.
Now that's the 3 tablespoons.
And the vanilla essence. And start mixing. So you want the sugar to melt in with the cream cheese, and it should all mix in well. So this is mixed in. It's like a smooth consistency, and looks almost like creamed butter, but looks really good.
And it's very easy to spread it also.
So we're going to keep this aside. So our puff pastry is out of the oven. It looks fantastic. Our oven took 10 minutes to get a nice golden color. So this is done. We're going to keep it aside and allow it to cool down and work on the glaze.
So for our glaze, we have a little pan here, and we're going to turn it on medium heat, and we're going to add in the ingredients for our glaze. We have the orange juice, water, sugar. This is 6 tablespoons of sugar, pinch of salt, and our cornstarch. And I have a whisk here. We're just going to gently whisk everything together. And basically you want the sauce to cook and come to a boil, and after it comes to a boil, it takes about 1 or 2 minutes to thicken up, and then you switch it off.
So while Hital's working on the glaze, the other thing you can do is, prep up your fruit. Now these are strawberries over here. These are some of the choices of fruits that you can use. Here's strawberries. We've just removed the hull and just cut them through the center, halved them. So here we have mandarin oranges sectioned, and they're out of a can, easy. And blueberries, yummy for color and for the taste. And over here we have kiwis. Now you can keep them whole and just make round rings, or you can just you know have them through the center and then slice them. And we're also going to use banana. Now the banana we're going to slice right before. This is going to be the last fruit, and we're going to slice it right before we have to put it on, because everybody knows bananas go black, so you don't want to prep that up ahead of time. So the other fruits that go really well are, you know, pineapple slices, canned peaches, grapes. So there's some of the other fruits, and I'm sure there are a few others, but we're going to stick to this for right now.
And our sauce is coming to a boil now, so we should cook it for just about another minute or so. And our sauce looks nice and thick, so it will get a little thicker upon cooling. But we're going to go ahead and switch this off right now. And we're going to take it off the heat.
And after we've removed it, we're going to add in some orange zest. Now, anytime that you're using zest, you only use the orange part and not the white part, otherwise it will be bitter.
And this is an optional step. I know some people are averse to, you know, little pieces of orange, but it adds so much of that citrusy flavor. It's wonderful.
And the fresh, you know, yeah, it just is fantastic. Give it a shot. So once everything has gone down to room temperature, then we'll start assembling.
So we have everything ready. It's time to assemble. First goes our filling, our cream cheese filling. It's going to be spread lightly over the puff pastry.
All right, give it one more mix. And start spreading it. Now this is very flaky and very light, and that's how we want it. And actually just a light coating is good. You don't want it overpowering. So if you can't work with a spatula, just use a knife or whatever works for you.
And I think the best part about this dessert is how light it is. It's not overly sweet, and it's not very creamy. It's just got a very hint of flavors of like all these different things, and it just comes together so beautifully.
All right.
Perfect. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfectly frosted like a cake, because it's going to be covered with fruits anyway. So this is great.
So now we're ready to layer our fruit. So we have cut the bananas. It's the last minute. So now we can start. You can organize your fruits in a way where number one, it looks pretty, and everybody gets a little piece of every fruit, and it's easy to cut. Very important to keep that in mind.
And if you notice, I'm just leaving a small gap where I plan to cut it.
So this is all done. Look at the assembly, fantastic.
Beautiful.
All the different colors, you know, look absolutely fabulous. So now we're ready for the glaze.
And I'm using a pastry brush. It works really well to do this. But if you don't have a pastry brush, you can spoon it on and, you know, try to gently do it that way. You want to make sure you get all the fruits, and this actually prevents the fruits from browning.
Fabulous job. The glazing is done, and ideally you want to chill it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours before you cut it and serve it. So we don't want to ruin our pan, so we're going to just transfer it to a cutting board before we cut it. So we'll just slide it off. It'll slide off very easily, but just do it gently. There you go.
Perfect. See you later.
You're not going anywhere with that. All right.
Here's our pizza cutter. It's the best thing, easiest way to cut.
Could you hear the crunch? Okay, and now we'll just cut individual pieces.
So Fruit Tart is ready, and it looks yummy. Can't wait to try it out. And it was pretty simple, I would say, right?
Right. So enjoy your Fruit Tart and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.